Welcome to the ultimate speed test comparison between the Google Pixel 7 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let's see which one is the king of Android in terms of smoothness, apps opening, gaming, multitasking, video rendering, and much more. Now, as always, we're gonna kick things off by booting up both phones at the same time and see which one is faster. In 3, 2, 1, go. I think the Pixel 7 Pro is going to win. Yes, it is on. And we're just going to wait for the S22 Ultra to finish booting up as well. It's taking a bit of time and now it's on as well. Before we open any applications, we're going to test out which phone has faster fingerprint scanner. Let's go ahead and try this at the same time. 3, 2, 1, boom. And it felt like the S22 Ultra was slightly faster. Let's do it one more time. And you can see the S22 Ultra was able to pick it because it has a 3D ultrasonic scanner versus the optical one, which requires you to press it with a little bit more force. So let's try that again. And you can once again see that the S22 Ultra is indeed faster. Now, time for the apps opening test. And as always, we're going to start off with some basic stuff just to see the animation speeds. We're going to start with calculator as an example. So 3, 2, 1, go. You can see pretty quick on both phones. Let's try and exit the application at the same time and see which one has that smoother. So here we go. Let's try it one more time. Let's see how well that translates into third-party applications. So starting with Twitter, 3, 2, 1, boom. So that definitely loaded up quicker on the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's go ahead and do a quick scroll test. Okay, there was a bit of loading up happening on both phones. Let's try it one more time. Thing looks slightly smoother on the Pixel 7 Pro, but S22 Ultra is doing a decent job as well. Again, this app is not optimized for Android devices. Let's quickly exit this. Next up, we have Spotify. That definitely loaded up about the same time on both phones. We're just going to do a bit of scrolling. You can see no issues whatsoever. Moving on to YouTube. That is faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's try scrolling. And you can also see how Pixel 7 Pro loaded up pretty much everything. Again, it felt slightly smoother on the 7 Pro. Now S22 Ultra, once everything is loaded up, it's now looking good as well. So next we're going to launch the first game of the test, which is going to be Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1, boom. Exynos 2200 on the right and G2 on the left. You can see very similar game loading times, which is kind of interesting because we have the AMD GPU on the S22 Ultra versus the Mali G710 on the Tensor G2. Alto's Adventure. That looks slightly faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. We're just gonna quickly start the game and check out the in-game performance. Once again, looking pretty good on both devices. One thing that you can do on the S22 Ultra is you can force the old applications to take full screen, which is something that you can't do on the Pixel 7 Pro. TikTok. That is about the same on both phones. Let's do a quick scroll test. Pretty much the same level. Moving on to Instagram. That looks to be pretty good, pretty quick on both phones, but the Pixel 7 Pro was definitely slightly faster loading up the latest feed. And let's jump into my profile. That is about the same on both devices. Let's open up this post, do a bit of scroll. Let's see which one is faster when it comes to launching the Instagram camera. Doing it in 3, 2, 1, boom. That was faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's do it one more time. Once again, same result. Let's do it one last time. And yes, the Pixel is indeed faster. Next up, we have camera. That felt slightly quicker on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now lastly, we have PUBG Mobile on both devices, and we'll be checking out the performance as well in 3, 2, 1, go. It seems like the S22 Ultra is definitely quicker. The S22 Ultra loaded this app about 4 seconds faster than the Pixel 7 Pro. Even despite having the AMD GPU, Samsung doesn't have this extreme graphic performance that we have on the Tensor G2. What's even crazy is that you can't even do HDR on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. It says it's coming soon, while on the Pixel 7 Pro, I can do HDR with extreme graphics and it looks pretty sick. I can only do high settings with the S22 Ultra. We're gonna start this game at the same time, but just note that the Pixel 7 Pro is running it at extreme HDR option, while here we have the high settings. Boom. The Galaxy S22 Ultra is faster. Obviously, it had to load less intensive graphics compared to the Pixel 7 Pro, which again, thanks to the Mali G710, it's looking really smooth. Like, this is proper 60 frames per second. Really surprised to see this performance, especially if you notice the floor with the reflections. You can really see that it's running at that high level. So let's first try it out on the Pixel 7 Pro. You can see very smooth, and have a quick look at the Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is definitely not running it at 60 FPS. If we just move around, this seems more like a 30-40 FPS. Well, here it is. Once again, like I said, extreme FPS option wasn't available on the S22 Ultra, Exynos 2200. It might be on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, but this is the model that we have here for the testing. You can really see with the texture, the high graphics that this GPU is pushing. Again, AMD one should have that settings as well, but for some reason it's not there. Let's go ahead and try it out on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, the Exynos 2200 model. Definitely capped at lower frame rate than the Pixel 7 Pro, probably around 30-40 FPS. Time to do a browsing test real quick. First up, we have wwe.com. Boom. And that loaded up pretty quick on both devices. Once again, scrolling is looking smooth as well. We are in the built-in browsers for both devices. Next up, we have apple.com. That is definitely quicker on the Pixel 7 Pro. Once again, scrolling looks very smooth. Alrighty, time to jump into the RAM management and see if we have apps opened as well or not on both phones. So starting with calculator, Twitter, Spotify, still there. We're back to YouTube. Okay, so Pixel is still keeping that in the memory while we had a full refresh on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Subway Surfers, that is refreshed on both phones, so both are still loading that completely from the beginning. Let's quickly check out the animation. That was the S22 Ultra. Let's see on the Pixel. Boom, that is smooth. You see the difference there? Pixel definitely has that smooth exit when all the apps are opened, and you could see that lag or slight hiccup on the S22 Ultra. We're back to Alto's Adventure. Now that is still there on the S22 Ultra, while the Pixel 7 has refreshed it, so they both are going back and forth. TikTok, Instagram, once again an in-app refresh. We're back to PUBG. That is still there on the Pixel 7 Pro, but the S22 Ultra has unfortunately closed this game, even though we just opened this like not that long ago. And finally, we are back into the browser, which is still there on both phones. Now lastly, we're gonna do the video rendering speed test of both devices. We're loading the same 4K clip on this timeline. In terms of timeline movement, the Pixel 7 Pro seems to be a bit smoother compared to the Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is skipping frames. It's time to export this video in 1080p on both devices at the same time. And well, as you can see, both phones are looking pretty quick, with Galaxy S22 Ultra slightly faster in finishing this export compared to the Pixel 7 Pro with its Tensor G2 chip. Overall, both phones did pretty good, but in a lot of situations, especially with the PUBG performance on the Pixel 7 Pro, as far as the general animations, it seems like the Pixel 7 Pro is definitely quicker and smoother. It also had a slightly better RAM management performance compared to the S22 Ultra. But all in all, I have to say the S22 Ultra has aged pretty decent considering it is about 7 to 8 months old. Hopefully when Samsung goes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 on all S23 models next year, we're gonna see top performance. But in this test, it seems like the Tensor G2 is definitely ahead of the Exynos 2200. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe for daily videos, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.